Eli.
Yes.
Can you help me out? Can you tell the people who you are? Obviously you're a musician, but when did you get started in music? Why? And then when did you decide, this is what I want to do with my life?
Sure. Yeah, so I'm actually a former 8th grade English teacher. So we're going to get some teacher vibes up here tonight. That's why.
I'm also a former teacher. You guys are in for a real treat.
There you go. Yeah, we just need to find our audience, right? We'll be fine. So I taught out on the Navajo Nation in northern Arizona for a few years. So that's where my Four Directions project comes from. But originally I'm from Silver Spring, Maryland. And I've toured and lived all over the world. I've sung in Australia, New Zealand, Middle East, a small country called Andorra in Europe. I don't know if people know it. I didn't know it existed until I was there. But it's there. And then I came back to the States, got my master's in English, and was going to be a professional teacher, and then I picked up an acoustic guitar instead. And now here I am, 6 years later.
Wait, you just started playing 6 years ago?
I've been writing silly songs my whole life. My first big hit was My White Underwear in 7th grade.
Can we hear that one tonight?
It's really just me screaming and "Oh my white underwear" over and over again, really. But that was a huge hit on my 7th grade talent show, and I've been trying to recreate that moment ever since. So yes, I've been writing silly songs for a while, but nothing really professional or serious until I came back after my master's.
Wow, that's so cool. Well, you have had a tremendous success in that short time, so that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thanks, it's been fun. These stories, I used to write, poetry and newspaper articles, and now it's like writing songs, and I get to sing them, which is pretty cool. And so places like these and spaces like these are this is this is the gold at the end of the rainbow. You know what I mean? We get to share songs, and you get to hear the stories too. So feeling really grateful being here.
I feel grateful here too. And with that, can we give a round of applause to Hermit Winery and Bandcamp? Seriously, love this space, and everyone who I get to host a lot of different artists coming through, singer-songwriters at the different shows that you allow me to host here. Thank you. And everyone that comes through is just man, what an awesome space, what nice people. So, and that's credit to all of you. So thank you so much. Yeah. Do you want to sing a song,
Let's do it.
Eli?
Yeah.
Let's give them a little taste of what you sound like before we talk too much.
Only if you sing with me for this one.
Well, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to sing a little bit, and guess what? I even have this really fancy shaker with me. I shouldn't have given it away.
Okay, all right. It's what do I do with my hands? Kind of thing.
Wait, and so I said to Eli, I was I know you're on tour, I know that you're really busy, but could we do a couple songs together? And I said, you pick the songs, and I feel the fact that this is one of the songs you picked is a testament also to who you are and what you like to do with music.
Yes.
Just share positivity and joy. So this is a great pick for that.
Awesome. Well, as you were saying, it has been a lovely day today, so why don't we sing about it today, shall we? When I wake up in the morning, the sun hurts my eyes. Something without warning, we're city on my mind. Super cool. All right. Wow, that was lovely. We only practiced that a half time outside, too. It was pretty good. We were sitting on some milk crates out there doing the old practice songwriter thing. So
I have a confession to make. I had the lyrics on my phone.
Okay.
Even though all I was responsible for was love the day.
You got all of them. You got all of those
I
words.
didn't miss any. That's good.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need a little help.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So thanks for singing. You got a great voice, and I love your songs too.
Yeah, well, back at you. And I was
Thanks.
checking out your music earlier today. I'm jamming out to it. Me and my dog Kimber, we were listening for hours today. And
Oh, wow.
It was really feel-good music. I like the different like genres that you pull in, and
Mhm.
some of it was like a little more poppy, some of it was a little more like country almost.
Yeah.
And your latest album is called Present Journey.
Yes.
And this is the story that kind of inspired me, that song Love in the Middle Ages, and how you're talking about finding joy in every part of life. And can you talk about the album in general,
Sure.
and kind of the songwriting journey of creating that album?
Yeah. So Present Journey is actually the first part of a 3-part series that's called Three Worlds. So the first project was 4 Directions. It was made up of All Roads East, Way Out West, Deep South, and True North. As teachers, we like thematic units, right? So that's how my brain works, in thematic units. So when I was doing the music thing, I was like, well, I need some kind of direction to go. So the 4 Directions was that it. And then after the 4 Directions were over, that took me like 5 years to get that project kind of complete. I was like,
And
what's next?
The art for that project is very cool. So please, at the end of the show, check it out, because it's like 4 albums that all cohesively, sonically, I imagine, but also visually come together. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
I was impressed.
Thanks.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know what to do. It was like, people were like, oh, you should do northeast or southwest. I was like, no, it doesn't seem like it has the right ring to it. So I was like, well, what's next? And there was actually a song on 4 Directions called One Road that had the answer. And in that lyric, it says, one road, 2 friends, 3 worlds, and 4 winds, like 4 Directions. So 4 Directions are first, then Present Journey is part of 3 worlds. After that will be 2 Friends, which is an entirely collaborative album. So we have Contact, so that might be really cool. It's gonna be something like that. And then the last one will be One Road, and then Mic Drop. I retire. That's it. Plan it all out. Yeah.
This really is a very solid plan.
Yeah. I'm just retired. So yeah. So yeah, that's the idea, and this is the first installment of the 3 Worlds
I
project.
feel like you're like low-key Taylor Swift. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know
she's
if
a big
anyone is a
influence.
Taylor Swift fan, but she's so calculated
Yeah.
in the best way.
Oh, absolutely. She's
Yes,
a big
and
influence.
it's a compliment, yeah. So,
Yeah. Yep.
way to plan it out. That's so thoughtful.
Thanks. We'll get there.
So, how did we progress from songs about underwear
Mm-hmm.
to the kinds of songs you write now? Do you
Still
feel like your
about
songwriting
underwear.
has evolved?
Yes, now I write about my shoes. I have a lot of songs with shoes in them. I don't know why. So yeah, my songs have evolved with me living life, and Present Journey is about my experiences now. Essentially, my previous album was kind of like a pandemic mixtape. You could call it Walk, Talk, Dance, Sing. That was about going inside and really kind of introspective stuff. So yeah, I'm going in the direction, like Present Journey is just fun. It's just big, lots of production, snaps, claps, hoots and hollers, all that good stuff. And then my next album's called Past Lives, and that's where I go back and kind of connect with the ancestors, connect with the previous generation, and it's more of a deep album. So I like to mix it up. I like to keep people on their toes.
And are all of the songs for the upcoming albums through retirement already written, or is it a concept right now?
Just a concept, right?
Okay.
Yeah, just
So-
an idea. Yeah. That would be wild. That would be pretty cool.
That would be wild.
Yeah, not
So
cool.
you're on the road right now. You're
Yes.
touring.
Yeah.
So what are you still songwriting while you're doing all this touring? Like,
So, like, the famous people who tour and write songs, like, have other people driving for them, and
Right.
other people, like, setting up their music and merch. I'm, like, doing everything, so I, like, don't have time to songwrite.
Yes.
And when I'm driving, like, sometimes I'll just, like, zone out and just enjoy the silence. But there are little ideas that come. So I write them down, do little voice memos for later when I'm in the process, and then can kind of get to it and get down to business.
So you carve out like special songwriting time in your life?
No. Yes.
But I mean, like outside the tour. Like,
I would like to.
Oh, like after the tour is done, then I'm gonna hunker down and songwrite.
Yeah, kind of. Really, I just book studio date, and I have to write the songs before I get in there.
Okay, that's good.
So it's like a
that's
pressure.
A good strategy.
You know what I mean? It's like you must write songs because you're gonna be in the studio in 2 days. So that's my non-professional.
Writing under pressure. That's so interesting.
Yeah, it works.
Good. There you go.
Gotta do it.
Whatever works. That's right, and it comes out great. So congratulations.
Thanks. Yeah.
So you're on tour.
Mm-hmm.
You are living out of a van.
Yes. Hashtag van life.
Yeah. So talk to us about. Has anyone here been on tour before? Oh yes, Audrey.
Yes.
I forgot we have a couple of musicians in the audience.
What was your vehicle?
36-foot RV.
Oh yeah. All right.
Wow.
Fancy.
So
I love it.
Well, it's not as fancy as it sounds.
Okay. Ain't that the truth? So no parallel parking or yes?
Oh, no.
Okay, cool. Gotcha.
No reverse when you're in San Francisco.
No reverse. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, it gets pretty wild in cities. Mm-hmm.
So for those of us that haven't been on tour before,
Yeah.
like in a van or a bus or something, tell us a little bit about what it's like, and maybe do you have like what's like your craziest story? Because you said you've been touring like this for this is your fourth tour, right?
Yeah.
Fourth year doing this. So what's like your craziest story, and what's like your most like heartwarming story maybe?
I love that question because the craziest story is like how boring my tour is. Like, back in the day, we're just like, getting wild and doing the after parties, like I'm like having smoothies. I go to Planet Fitness. I'm very hydrated, and I go to sleep a lot, and I make sure I'm clean. So that is just so wild. You know what I mean? This is how singer-songwriters do it on the road, y'all. We get super clean.
But that's amazing because people always talk to me too, like, oh, like I'll have a show and I'll like meet someone. They're like, oh, you want to come out after? And I'm like, no, I need sleep because like your body is your
100%.
instrument. So if you're going to get up and perform or drive or whatever you're doing, you probably really have to take care of yourself when you're traveling that much.
This is like an ultra marathon of touring. Well, I'm like doing like an ultra, you could say. And you can't mess around when you're like in the desert doing an ultra, So like every moment matters. So either I'm sleeping, I'm eating, or I'm like taking care of myself somehow.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it gets.
But that's how you've been successful doing it. So
Yeah,
good for you.
and like, I feel good, which is great. And like, it's important for my voice to feel like in good shape, and that's benefits you all too. So try and be at the top level.
So besides Meredith, New Hampshire tonight, what is the favorite place that you've been on tour?
I was just saying Rhode Island, actually. Rhode Island was the last state that I hadn't played in ever. So after playing Rhode Island, I've performed in 48 contiguous states now, which is pretty cool. I think that's how you say that word, right? Okay, awesome, thank you.
I have no idea. I'm just nodding.
So I had a good time, Waverly, Rhode Island was pretty cool. Yeah, we went through Providence, it was pretty awesome. So
what was cool about it?
It was just like a small town vibe. It was right next to the ocean, and it was like some like active listeners like this right here. This is about to be my favorite show. I can tell on tour afterwards. But whenever people are like really listening, it elevates the song. I also get to sit back a little bit as a performer and like watch this musical story unfold between all of us. That's really special to me. I love that.
I love that too. So you call yourself, or you've been deemed, I'm not sure where this title came from, but you are the global ambassador of good vibes, which I love.
Yes, that's mine. So I have a community called the Levitators, just like Taylor Swift has the Swifties.
Okay.
We've got the Levitators, right? Lev, yes.
Do you all like cats also?
We love cats, we love animals. And one of my top levitators, Linda, she's great. She came up with that moniker. She's like, you're the global ambassador of good vibes, Eli, wherever you go. And I was like, thank you, Linda. Appreciate that.
What a wonderful thing to be called.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be kind of awkward if you came up with it yourself.
It's a lot of responsibility there. Good vibes.
Yeah, good vibes. What does that mean to you, good vibes?
Good vibes means, creating a space where we can kind of break down the boundaries that we think are between us. and really kind of creating a community around music, around experience. To me, that's good vibes, and that's what I try and bring.
I love that, breaking down the walls. I feel like that is what music does, because there's a freeing element to music, something about it that connects us like nothing else can. So that's awesome. Well, would you like to play another song with me before I book it off the stage and turn the night over to you?
I'd be happy to. Let's do it.
It's only 2 chords, but I need the notes. So
You got this. You got this, Katie. You got this. We got this. This is fun. Just jamming on is so fun. All right.
What?
No, just setting a vibe. Good vibes, right? Good vibes. This is good vibes. Just say ambassador of good vibes.
Am I supposed to do something?
Just good vibes, sparkles.
So when you get backup dancers someday,
Yeah.
it seems like the routine will be pretty easy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That'd be great. All hands, jazz hands.
All right, this is the Fleetwood Mac song. Thank you. Well, that was a blast. Thank you. You sent the good vibes to me, and then I sent it to all of them.
Nice. Good
I don't think they
vibes.
needed it. They already had it.
Fingers, yeah.
I'm gonna get out of the way, and Eli Lev, everybody.
Cool. Thanks. Katie Dobbins, everybody. Yeah.